Hello friends, long time no speak for me. Well, probably not for you because I'm pretty sure I'm going to try and salvage Haven's birthday vlog and that will be up, and then this, if this works out. I'm going to explain in the previous vlog, in the Haven's birthday vlog, like why I just randomly stopped vlogging, etc. But I thought I'd vlog today because, well, this week, because I'm solo parenting this week. Jamie is at his friend Ollie's house, which is in Wales, and so it just made sense for him to stay there for the week rather than like coming back and forth, because I would have to either like drive all the way or drive halfway to pick him up and stuff, and just the fuel just wouldn't make sense, and also it's quite disruptive for the girls because it's a long old way to drive. We got back late last night, so it's late this morning. It's like it's 8 o'clock. Robin's still asleep because we got back really late last night. And also Robin starts at school tomorrow, so it's just like a funny old week. Jamie did not realise when he organised this week away that it was Robin's first week of school. Like, he just didn't connect the dots. And then obviously realised it was too late, and he's upset about it, like, with himself. He's upset that he's missing it. But like I said, if he was home, he'd be at work anyway, so he wouldn't even get to see her go off to school because he leaves so early in the morning for work. So he would only be around in the evenings anyway. So, I mean, I'm not like upset with him about it or anything. It's just, I feel bad for him. It's a shame, but obviously we'll FaceTime and stuff. So yeah, I just thought I would start the vlog. I have literally just woke up, hence why I look like this. Also got just got some spots going on. Don't know why. Don't know. Riley's been away for a few days in Scotland with his nan. He, I think, got back late last night. That was their original plan. Haven't actually heard anything now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah, they were supposed to get back late last night, and then he was going to get dropped back to me at some point today. So I just need to like sort his room out because we had Harv this weekend to stay, and as Riley was away, it just kind of made sense to use Riley's room for him. So I need to just go back in and like reset Riley's room in the future, because from now on, that's Haven. From now on, the boys are going to be on the same weekends, which we haven't had in literally since 2019. So the boys are going to be on the same weekends soon. Riley's room isn't really a room, it's more like a cupboard. We've also just recently changed his room. I don't know if I ever showed it on the vlogs, but he had like a big cabin bed, so obviously it had like the wardrobe and desk and everything all in the bed, which made sense because that room is so tiny. But he outgrew that bed. Like, it's so close to the ceiling, and he is so tall. Like, he is the size of a fully grown man, and he asked if he could have a double bed instead. So now his room is literally like, you open the door and his room is a bed, basically. Like, he does have a little bit of space of carpet where he can get dressed, but like with his bed, Jamie managed to salvage the wardrobe and the chest of drawers out of the cabin bed. Like, he cut them out of the cabin bed, and we've managed to keep them, which was great, because obviously then like we thought we were gonna have to buy furniture, but we ended up not having to. So that was actually Jamie's just super smart and like handy. So yeah, like, it actually, even though he's got no room in there, it's actually been much better because he is at that age now where he's having like people over and stuff, and with his cabin bed, like, there was just nowhere for them to like sit or like go, whereas now, like, it feels much more of a social space because everyone can chill on the bed, and he's got his TV right there and stuff. So yeah, Harvey will be in the living room. We're gonna use me and Jamie got like this amazing double air bed for camping. Like, it's raised, so it literally feels like you're sleeping in a normal bed. It doesn't feel like you're sleeping in a camp bed. He's gonna have that in here, and then we're gonna set up his Xbox and stuff into our room. So that's gonna be like his source, because me and Jamie do not use our room only literally to sleep in. So that can be where he like hangs out in the day and plays his Xbox and stuff. Yeah, just need to like tidy up and stuff, just reset from the weekend. Don't have any plans today because, well, I don't know what time Riley's getting back. I've got an Amazon delivery coming, some chalkboards, but they're like, you know, the school boards, like my first day of reception and my teacher is called blah, blah, blah. Like I've got those coming with Amazon, but I don't know what time. It just says by 9 p.m. But I think I'm gonna have to pop out to the shop at some point and get some like chalk pens. So I'm thinking, I'm actually pretty sure Robin has chalk in her like crafty pencil case. I'm actually sure of it. Oh, that's fine then. I don't even need to go out. Well, actually, I need to get some bread, so I do. But I could just walk up to that shop, to be fair, to get bread. Chatted your ears off already. What a surprise. It is so hot. We're having a heat wave. First week of September, we're having a big old heat wave. And I've just had to cook dinner, and I hate cooking in heat. We're having enchiladas and nachos. Just waiting on the enchiladas to finish, like 5 more minutes. Got Robin's book bag all ready for tomorrow. Just like a bit draining of a day. I just hate parenting the teenage years. It's just really rough. I hate feeling like I'm just like discipline, punishment all the time, but like at the same time, when they don't give you a choice, like what is that? Oh, that's I cut my hand. So yeah, it's like I hate having to like take devices away and grounding. Like he was grounded literally, he's just come out of a grounding a week ago. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know. A week, 2 weeks ago? I don't know. And now he's grounded for this week. Just, oh. Teenage boys and girls have like their own different like struggles, don't they? And like tendencies and things. So I'm sure, I feel like when it gets to like Robin and Haven being teenage girls, it'll be more like screaming and shouting back and forth and slamming doors. That's not what I'm dealing with at the moment. So I feel like boys and girls are probably different, but it's still difficult and just kind of draining, honestly.
Would you get a whistle, please?
I literally look a state. Not exaggerating when I say that I was up all night with the girls. Both of them up all night. Haven, I'm sure, had a temperature. Might plug the thingy in because it's gonna get no battery. And then yeah, Robin was up as well. It was terrible. They weren't even like really crying or anything. They were just like awake. It was not good. I think I got like an hour, like the most consecutive sleep I got was an hour at a time, and that was it. But today's Robin's first day of school. She's supposed to start like just before 1 o'clock, but it's not going very well. Like obviously we were up all night, but like she's been complaining of stomach pain, but I googled where she's got the stomach pain and it says constipation, digestion or anxiety. So like my gut's been telling me the whole time that it's anxiety, which like she does suffer from because she got it from me, unfortunately. And like she has been nervous about starting school. She's been like, we've had tears about it this morning. because she knows that I'm not staying. Like, she did a stay and play where we left the kids in the classroom, but she knew that I was just in the next room, whereas obviously she knows that today I'm going to be going home. So we've had tears about that, and she's been like adamant that she's not going, and she's just like not herself. She's not really eating great, which is like another stress because she has KH. So yeah, I'm just feeling a bit iffy. Part of me is like, just get her there and just let her realise like it's fine, and then see how she is, because it could be that it like I said, my gut is like it's probably anxiety and she just needs to sort of like get it over and done with. But then I'm also like, what if she actually is like ill? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I think I'm gonna persevere with today. It's literally like 2 hours. It's gonna go really fast. I don't think it helps that we're having like this heat wave as well. I did have all the fans on last night in their rooms, but I guess Haven had like a temperature because she was just really hot. But she wasn't in a sleeping bag or had no blankets or anything, just pajamas and fans on. But she was still super hot, so I did end up giving her a Kaale. They were literally both in my bed having yogurts at 5 a.m. this morning. I like could not get to I find when Jamie's not here I go to bed later anyway because I just stay up watching stuff. But last night it was 11 o'clock and I was like, I need to try and sleep now, like this is not good. I was just so wide awake. I just got a lot on my mind, like family stuff, parenting stuff. Like you've seen, I'm pretty sure I filmed a clip about, yeah, like that's just not even really the tip of the iceberg. Just so much stuff going on like privately, so I was just wired. I could not fall asleep, and then literally as soon as I was trying to go to sleep at like 11:10, that's when Haven started waking up, and then that was it. I was up all night, got dribs and drabs of like little naps. Finally got her back to in her cot at 6 o'clock this morning, so both me and her slept from 6 till 7, and then she woke up again at 7, and now she's down for her like normal nap. Don't know what I'm going to do for lunch for her because she's probably going to wake up soon, and then it's going to be like she's not going to have enough time to sit and eat before I've got to take Robin, so I don't know what I'm going to do. If I might just try and keep her playing and maybe give her some snacky bits until it's time to go. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know. Part of me like doesn't even know if we're going to make it to the school today. I tried giving Robin like an early lunch, and it's like she hasn't even started eating yet. And it's 12. We got like half an hour before we need to go. Less than that. Had your cheeky straws? Good girl. Yeah, good girl. You feeling a little bit better? You are? Good. Think you're going to be okay to go to school? Yeah? Think you'll feel better after some lunch and your drink and maybe the toilet? You're not going to be at school for very long anyway. Do you know what, Mimi? That cat is still out there in that same spot. Excuse my red face. I can't have the aircon on. Like I've got it on, but not on full blast like I need it, because you will not be able to hear me speaking. She's in, guys. It is 4 minutes to 1. I've just got back in the car. She's in. We were the last ones there, but we weren't late, thank goodness. Literally like bang on time. Haven was asleep. I literally just dragged her out of the car and straight into the car. She's now obviously going to be hungry because she hasn't had lunch, so sorry that she's going to cry now, I'm afraid. It's also obviously just very hot and sticky, and this is just not ideal. I should have just gone down there. Oh, I just missed the turn-in that I should have took. Now I've got to deal with this crappy junction. I'm literally sweating under my glasses. I'm so glad that I just persevered, because I'm sure what she was dealing with was anxiety, because like she had lunch and she just really perked up while she was eating lunch. When we were queuing at the gates, I said like, you know, how are you feeling? And she was like happy, excited, and I was like, thank God for that. So yeah, I just think totally understandable that she was having anxiety, but obviously I just didn't want to send her in if she was actually genuinely ill. and then also, you know, like potentially then obviously making other children ill. Obviously that's not my vibe, but anxiety's hard because obviously it's a mental thing, but it does give you such physical symptoms. I can't believe that I've dropped her off at school and I'm not even like crying or anything. I cried on the drive to school because I was just chatting with her and was just like, God, Robin, this is such a special day, isn't it? And she was like, yeah. I was like, this is the day that this is the day that we're gonna remember forever, dropping you off to school for the first time. And then I was like, one day we're gonna have to do this for Haven and you're gonna have to make her feel better because she's gonna be scared. And then I was crying. She didn't know I was crying because I was silently crying, and she sits behind me. So but the actual like drop off itself, I just felt like it was a bit chaotic, a bit rushed, not really my vibe. Like I've been to take like my brother on his first day of school before, and like you always, on the first day, the parents always go in to the actual classroom and like just get their child situated, hang their stuff up, the book bag, find them like a spot at a table and get them started on an activity and then go. But this was literally like you just bring them to the door, and they had all the trays for water bottles and book bags like, at the door. So they just dumped all their stuff and then the teachers took them in, and it just felt a bit, I don't mind doing that like future wise, but I just felt like on the first day, personally, I would have preferred to have taken her in. I thought that's the way it was gonna go. So I did actually tell her like, oh, I'll take you into your classroom and help you find your stuff. And now I feel silly saying that because I didn't do that. And because we were, like I said, we were literally the last ones, and obviously I had her emergency lunchbox that's just gonna stay at school. Like this has all been, I've spoken about it to head of Senko and her other teacher. She has 2 teachers that work different days, in a meeting before, but there was like a child crying, so the main teacher who who wasn't at the Senko meeting was dealing with that, and then there was a TA that I've never seen before, and she was the one sort of taking Robin in, and I said, you know, this is her emergency food, and she was just looking at me like I was an alien. So I was like, so then we had to get like the main teacher over, and she was a bit unsure what I was sort of talking about anyway, but I was like, this is just like, I was like, she's not, I don't think she was unsure, I just think she was a bit confused because obviously Robin's only there for like 2.5 hours. I was like, I know she's not going to need it, but like I just want it here just from the get-go. She was like, okay, but she was like, so how's eating lunch, right? I was like, yeah. I was like, I was like, there is a food diary in her book bag. Everything she's eaten and drank today, I've written her food diary. And now I'm really glad that I bought a food diary, because even though we discussed it in the Senko meeting, we didn't discuss like whose sort of responsibility it was to get the diary, because at nursery they always provided it for me. But I just went ahead and bought one, and then obviously because I needed to fill it out this morning anyway, and I'm just glad I've done that because I don't think they had one ready. They might have done for next week because she's not eating lunch this week, but she will be having an afternoon snack. Super glad I checked the school app yesterday, because they get free school meals and free afternoon snack, or is it morning snack? Free morning snack, like a fruit snack. But because it's the first day today, they haven't had a fruit delivery yet, so we had to provide the fruit snack. So I'm super glad I checked the app. It's just so handy having apps these days for things like that, rather than relying on like emails or like paper letters. Because so yeah, she's got strawberries and raspberries for her afternoon snack. And yeah, I'm gonna get Havy out because we're baking now. Look at his cutie bug. Look at his cutie. So it was a much better night, wasn't it? You and Sissy both woke up once each, but you both went straight back to sleep. Havy slept in bed with me, and then Sissy woke up, and I just laid in her bed with her. She went back to sleep. And I was strict on myself, and I did not let myself watch anything when I went to bed last night. Usually like I'll watch TV when the girls go to sleep, and then when it's like my bedtime, I'll then come into bed and watch YouTube, usually. but I didn't last night because I knew I needed sleep after literally not sleeping the night before. So yeah, I feel good. Still feel a bit, I feel tired, but I feel good. Havey woke up at like 6:45, so pretty good going really. Both woke up once each, which is fine. Just got to watch her because she's now walking along the headboard and she's got no like spatial awareness, so she'll just walk right off the edge. What you doing? Oh, thanks.
My dad has holders in it.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Oh!
Good morning, everybody. Excuse the state of the kitchen walls. The ceiling got sorted. It's not painted though. You know, can't win them all. But the walls are still a state from the great leak, if you weren't around for that. Yeah, it's Thursday morning. Riley has gone off to school. Got his hair cut yesterday. I forgot to do the bottles last night. I keep forgetting to do Haven's bottles. I don't know why, because I've always done them the night before and I just keep forgetting. It's really annoying. We're having a bit of a slow morning, well, except for Riley. But like Robin slept in until like gone 8 o'clock. She's having the girls are both having breakfast now. This is like a much later breakfast than what Haven would normally have. They both slept all night. It took Robin a long time to go to sleep. I reckon about 9 p.m. Like I put her into bed at normal time, but she was just awake in there until about 9 p.m. So then she slept in, which is fine because we don't have anywhere to be this morning. There's my toast. Yeah, we don't really have anything to do today, which is nice. We're gonna pop to Asda in a little bit, just because I need to get, not much, just a few bits of food because I'm not used to having Robin home for lunches all week. Obviously she used to go to nursery and they would do her lunches, so yeah, and I need packed lunch stuff for Riley, only for tomorrow though, because he is going back to his mum's tomorrow. And then I don't know if I'm doing I usually do the weekly food drops on a Friday, but I don't know if I'm doing it on on Saturday this week. I need to figure out when Jamie gets paid. I can't remember. He did tell me, but I just can't remember. But it doesn't really matter either way because I've got HelloFresh stuff to cook Friday night anyway, so. Right, what are you doing? Where have you got the remote? Putting more doggy on. Okay, can you go eat your breakfast?
I'm finished.
If you're finished, then you should bring your bowl out, shouldn't you, if you're finished? Hot, I'm over this heat wave, man. I'm over it. Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We can clean it up, babe. Don't worry about it. Why don't you go wash your hands and I'll clean this up? Okay? Right. Breakfast ended up all over the floor, but it's okay. I haven't brushed my hair yet today either. I would normally straighten it, like wear it down, straighten it, with my little clippies, but it's too hot. So, but then I feel like I look like an absolute egg with my hair up in a ponytail at the moment, especially with my regrowth. Maybe I'll use Riley's gel, and because that's the look nowadays, isn't it? Slick back hair, not hair out of place. And Riley does have some gel that he doesn't use, so I might do that. But school's been going good. She's been happy to go in every day. yeah, no, nothing bad's happened. She's been going to the toilet. Yeah, it's been pretty easy. Obviously, she's only been there a couple of hours a day. Did have a tiny mishap where her food diary didn't make it home the first day. Apparently it ended up in someone else's book bag, but I got it now. Set up my parent pay account. She took her school project in yesterday. We had to make, over the summer we made an All About Me box. So she took that in yesterday, and the whole class, well, the whole class isn't in yet, it's only half a class, so the class looked at it. However, I did want to just quickly say that, so what day was it, Tuesday, was not anxious tummy. It actually turned out to be her, well, I don't know 100%. My mum knows 100%, but it was her ketones were raised, and because she went really downhill after school, and I was like, it can't be anxiety because she's had a good time and she wants to go back tomorrow, so she's not anxious. So what is going on? And like, she was just sort of like up and down, and I started to make me think about her KH, but then I was like, it can't be her blood sugar because she's been eating all day. She didn't eat as much as what she normally would, but she had eaten consistently throughout the day. So I was like, cannot be her blood sugar. So then I was like, could be her ketones. Now I don't have a way of checking her ketones. The monitor I have is only blood sugar, but I did look online and I see you can buy like urine strips, so I'm definitely going to do that for future. And yeah, because she has been known to have, like, just on her routine urine checks of her consultant, she has been known to have raised ketones, which is not, like, that shouldn't be happening when she's well. So, and then I did a bit of Googling, and it, like, symptoms of high ketones, and it did say stomach ache, and it also said, like, keto flu, so, like, headache, like, flu-y symptoms, which she did start complaining of a sore head, and she has never ever in her life had a headache before. So yeah, as soon as I twigged that was it, I'll really up the fluids. My address on my postcard. The way to get rid of them is flushing them out. So she had a recovery drink because she didn't eat that night. So yeah, recovery drink, and then also just normal fluids as well. And she woke up the next morning and right as rain, and she's been fine since. So glad I sussed that out. And yeah, other than that, it's been completely fine. Okay, so we just did a little Asda trip, break up the day a little bit. We got some watermelon, mainly for Haven. I will probably put some in Riley's lunchbox for tomorrow. Carrot sticks for Robin. Apple and grape for Robin. I think she's gonna have that for a snack in a minute when Haven goes for a nap. Some tuna for myself for lunch today, chicken straws for Robin and Haven, some top up of milk, some of these like panini style rolls because I'm having tuna mayo cucumber for lunch today.
You like all that?
And we got this lovely headband, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because I was doing Robin's hair and she really wanted a red bow, and we have so many bows and so many clips, but no red ones. So we went to Asda. No red clips, but Robin picked out this red headband, and that's what she's going to wear to school today. Isn't it? Namies. Don't act like you're tired. Do you want some water? Right, Mummy, get the pram ready. I apologise for the aircon, but your girl cannot turn it down. It says it's 31 degrees outside, and I believe every single degree. Just dropped Robin off at school, and I'm feeling pretty proud of myself because there was just like no real rush today. Like, we got there at perfect time. I got a banging parking spot. It was just beautiful. And she had like, it's so funny because like 1 minute she'll have like a funny, like a nervous moment. She wasn't crying or anything. She was just sat in the car, just not really talking. She was like, I don't want to go in. Like, basically she just didn't want to get out of the car when we got there. But then I was like, when we get to the gates, then she just changes and she gets really like excited to go in. So it's funny, isn't it? Like, and I make sure to tell her that like it's totally fine to feel nervous. Like, I'm not like, you know, pull yourself together, whatever, you're fine. I always say like, that's okay to feel like that. That's absolutely fine. I said, but you do know that you've had all good days. You've enjoyed it every time you've been. You know nothing bad's there. You know nothing bad's going to happen there. And that's just sort of how I obviously give her a cuddle, and that's just how we're sort of dealing with it at the moment. Not had like any, we've not had any bad drop-offs. Like when we get to the classroom door, she's been happy to go in and she's been smiling. So I'm just amazed. I'm really relieved. Okay, we've just come out to run some errands. I am done with this week. It's a very long week. It's too hot. Kids are driving me up, all three of them, getting on my nerves. Haven's literally just cried all morning. Just picked up a every parcel from Tesco Express. We're now outside Asda. Cute. You see them Numies? Those are cute, aren't they? Those ones. Just some pink ones. And then these ones are pretty as well. Blue with little pink flowers on. For Havy to wear. Those are cute, aren't they? Had a look in the charity shop, didn't we? Just to break up the day a bit. I'm not really liking these afternoons. I really wish you had done mornings, because I feel like you're just waiting all day to go in, and then take her in obviously like halfway through the day, and then it's like you feel like you can't really go and do anything else because it's not that long until you got to go pick them up again. And then also if you've got things to do in the morning, then it's like a rush to get everything done and be back over here in time to make sure she's eating lunch before she has to go in. So it's just been really difficult. Undo your buckle? Just realised my neighbour is next to me and she can see me filming myself. Okay, so we finished at Asda. Didn't even say what I needed, so went in for light bulbs because our hallway one went a little while ago and Jamie just swapped our bedroom light for it, so we don't have a bedroom light and it's annoying. But also our living room one has been going crazy, like flickering loads, but also been having just some like spooky stuff going on, like things falling over for no reason whatsoever. And now the living room light started. Because it's going funny, isn't it? And I made sure to check, like I had a quick look before we left at the like the voltage, wattage, whatever. So I made sure to check that, and then I stood in the shop and I'm like, I don't know if there's screw-ins or not. I didn't check. So I picked up screw-ins, walked around the rest of the shop, and the whole time I was like, I've just got a really bad feeling that I'm gonna get home and they're not screw-ins. So I went back and I switched for the other ones. So now my luck, they probably are screw-ins. I don't know. I don't really care. And then the main reason I went to Asda is to pick up my prescription, and the woman, it's my pill, so obviously you don't have to pay for birth control here in the UK. And the woman was like, do you pay for your prescriptions? I was like, well, yeah. She's like, okay. And then she made me fill out this form, and then I was a bit confused because I never have to sign anything. And so I was sort of hovering and I was about to go, and then I realised she was stood waiting for her colleague so that she could use the till, and I was just started panicking. I was like, do we have to pay for the pill? And then luckily she went, oh, is it? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, you don't have to pay then. I was like, thank God for that. So she started to worry me then. Just a tad overwhelmed today. Haven, did I mention that Haven has literally cried all morning? Don't know if I have, but if I haven't, Haven has literally cried all morning. No idea why, because she slept like a dream. Don't think it's her teeth, because she's not, like, usually if it's her teeth she's like chewing on stuff. She hasn't been. She doesn't seem unwell, but she's literally cried all morning. That's why I was just like, we're going out, we're running errands because we need a change of scenery. She has gone to sleep. It's not well, it is now her nap time, but like she hasn't had a bottle or anything. She always has a bottle and then I put her in her cot and she has a nice long nap. She's napped too early and she has not had a bottle. So I don't really know. I'm probably just going to give her an early lunch now because it is now 11. We're almost home and Robin's got to be in school for 12:40, which seems like plenty of time, but Robin, well, they both take a long time to eat, which is fine, but just I obviously have to account that in, and like pretty much every day this week Robin's not been able to finish her lunch, even though I've been giving it early. Still not been long enough for her to like finish it before we have to go, so probably just going to do them both lunch now, to be honest. I'm not even remotely hungry because I had a late breakfast and I had a hot breakfast. I made myself a sausage and hash brown and cheese breakfast wrap. Yes, Robin, what did you want to say, darling?
There's a spider on the window and table was smiling.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, one's
I can see it. Is it outside? I think it's outside. I'll check. We're about to be at home now, so I'll check. If it's inside, then I'll get rid of it. But it looks like it's outside. I feel like my skin looks pretty good today. I don't know if it's because I'm using a different moisturiser. I feel like it's... I don't know. Robin had a spider in her face. Haven woke up screaming because Robin was screaming. So it's all gone well. Now we're about to see if Mummy bought the wrong light bulbs. Mummy got the right ones. Doesn't feel quite... You know, the big crash at Big Nanny's, all the cutlery fall off, and Hayley's iPad fell down, didn't it, when Nanny Shell was here the other day? Then the light's been going flickery. Cute girls. Right, let's put the bedroom light on. You're absolutely not having your lunch on the sofa. Hello Fab. Yeah, it is First Aid Beauty. Coconut skin, smoothie priming moisturiser, safe for sensitive skin. Apply over clean face, follow with makeup or wear alone for a natural look. This stuff, I really like it. Wanted to have like a little diary entry vent in the car and then at Asda, and then my neighbour was literally watching me film myself, and then so I freaked out and I like got out the car, and then as soon as I got out the car she drove off. I was like, perfect. And then also Robin was in the car, so I don't really want her hearing because I don't want her just listening to me moan, but like already she's complaining that her school shoes are too tight, and I don't know if they are genuinely too small for her or if she's used to wearing like trainers and like foamy sandals, so she's used to very like flexible soft shoes, and her school shoes are obviously very rigid and structured, so I don't know if it's just that, because she's like, I can't wiggle my toes. Don't know, but I'm like, you just have to deal with it for a week or two, just have to suck it up. She's not complaining when she walks in them and that, it's literally when she just first puts them on she has like a little fuss about it, and then she's fine and she doesn't mention it again. And then socks. I had a nightmare trying to get her some just sort of everyday socks. She's got white and grey knee-length socks for skirts and dresses, but I needed some like short socks for trousers. Had a nightmare trying to find some. They were sold out everywhere. Found some in Sainsbury's. They were like white frilly ones, which is what I wanted to get, or just pretty plain ones, but they had like white glitter in them, like very subtle. And I let her pick what she wanted because obviously she has to wear them, so I want her to be happy with what she's wearing. She picked the sparkly ones, fair enough. Get home, looked at them, don't know why, but I had bought the complete wrong size, like literally my size socks. So I've put them in storage. Went back the next day anyway to get something else, and I was like, oh, do you know what, I can pick her up the right size. So got her the right size, perfect. I've been putting her in the knee-length socks all week this week, and then Jamie saw her on FaceTime yesterday and he was like, oh my god, she must be absolutely boiling in those. And I was like, really, do you think? Like, she hasn't said that she's too hot. So I thought today I'll try her in the short socks. Meltdown because well, she's already got a plaster on her toe because she decided to rip the skin off her big toe, and it's like the bottom of her toe. So of course when she stands on it, it's sore. So then I had to change to a different plaster, done that, and then put socks on. And then she had like a whole drama because the socks with glitter in are scratchy. They're itchy and scratchy. So I've bought 2 packs of them, obviously in different sizes, and she's not going to wear them ever. She has no short socks for when she wears trousers. Absolutely loving life, mate. Yesterday was horrific. Yesterday dinner time, well, when I was trying to cook dinner, was horrific. Haven just non-stop crying, don't know what was up for her, but then she also kept like trapping her fingers and knocking her head. Robin was... I used to struggle with her after nursery as well because she's so well behaved and so quiet and blah blah, like she's so restrained all day, and then it's obviously, so when she's with me, she just, it all comes out and she's just horrific behaviour wise. And so she was having one of those yesterday, and then she ended up in timeout, and because I put her into timeout, she trashed her entire room and she was screaming, and I'm not sure if my upstairs neighbour banged on the floor at one point. Not sure. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, our social service is going to turn up because my neighbours probably think I'm torturing these kids. And then Riley is grounded this week. It was his first day of school yesterday. Checked the app to make sure that he was walking straight home, and he was on the complete other side of town. So then as soon as he gets through the door, I've then got to like tell him off. I texted him and said, make sure you walk straight home. So then it's like he walks through the door, and it's like straight away, like I didn't shout at him or anything like that, but like it's like straight away I've just got to like be on him, got to nag you now because you were walking all the way other side of town when you're grounded, so therefore that means if you're not at school, you are at home. You should have just walked straight home. And he was like, but that's the way I walk home. And I was like, is it the way you walk home? Because that's a very long-winded way to walk home. He was like, well, that's the way that my friends walk. And then that's when I didn't shout. That's when my switch flipped, and I was like, I do not care what way your friends walk. You are grounded. That means you walk straight home. If you want to walk with your mates, then you don't get grounded in the first place. Am I right or am I right? Right? Literally had to tell them all off yesterday. Obviously didn't tell Haven off because she's a baby, but she was just screaming. And I'm trying to cook for everyone. And then she's not really eating her dinner this week. She's going for a really fussy face, and she throws all the food on the floor, and our living room is carpeted, so my carpet's disgusting. She's wrecked all the wallpaper because she wipes all the food on the wallpaper. I try and wipe it off, it doesn't come off. The wallpaper's ruined. Yeah, I'm just over it. We've got dance tomorrow morning. Her first one back, but she's like, I don't want to go. And I'm very much like, I don't want to force my kids to do things they don't want to do, but I know Robin so well. It's going to take her one, maybe two classes, and then she'll be back into it. I think she just gets nervous about, it's always a bit nerve-wracking, like going back to something you haven't done in so long. She hasn't done it since July, so, but she was, like right before they broke up, she was winning like awards almost every week for best listener and hardest worker, so she was definitely getting on with it very well. So yeah, we got that tomorrow, and I'm not really looking forward to it because I'm so used to having Jamie home on a Saturday morning to have Haven while I take Robin to dance. And I actually love that. Like, I love taking Robin to dance because I can sit in the car for an hour by myself and just watch YouTube and do whatever I want. But when I've got Haven with me in the car for an hour, you know, it's not ideal. Like, she's actually really good, but it's just not ideal situation. There is a park nearby, but Haven can't do anything in the park bar just the swing because she can't walk, so it's kind of a bit like, it's more hassle than what it's really worth, to be honest. And then we're gonna have to do the food shopping straight after as well. So yeah, I'm just playing with this creepy doll that my mum got Robin for Christmas, and she has no clothes on either, but she's got like a creepy Coraline vibe going. Because I'm talking too much, I'm gonna check the girls are just in the living room eating their early lunch. You right, girlies? Everyone happy? Haven's got an empty tray there. She can't have eaten all that food. Want some more watermelon? And there's only a little bit on the floor, not much. This is all she does. It's just climb on me 24/7.
Yeah, well, be careful, all right, guys? We're real dogs at those things.
I want people's opinions. Do we think Haven has curly hair? It always goes like this when she's like hot and sweaty. It like curls, but even the top. I'm trying to get it. She won't stay still. The top. It's not on a ponytail today, so it's a bit harder to show. But like, it curls on the top as well. And I looked through pictures of Robin, and her hair did not do that. Like when it was a pineapple, it was dead straight. So I don't know if she's gonna have like maybe like wavy hair. But I'm just so intrigued because I grew up with dead straight hair and Robin has dead straight hair, so I'm just like really fascinated by curly hair for some reason. Ah, my finger! You just bent Mummy's finger. Okay, sorry, you bent my finger though, to be fair. Do you want to go in your bed? See if you want a nap? Let's change your nappy first though. Yeah? Oh, she's just a baby, everybody. She's just a baby, everyone. But I think I'm going to end the vlog here because it's been very, very long. So if you like this video, then please do subscribe and I'll see you very soon. Bye.